Growth is the fundamental property of all living organisms. In biological species, growth is the irreversible increase in size, either in length or girth by cell division and cell enlargement, together with the synthesis of new cellular materials and the organization of subcellular organelles. Increase in fresh weight, dry weight, leaf number and number of leaves indicates growth, and some of the common examples are seed germination, growth of fruits and shoots, flower initiation, fruit formation, etc. During seed germination and early seedling growth, there is an increase in volume or length and fresh weight of seedling. Plant growth between the period of seedling emergence and flower initiation is called vegetative growth, and reproductive growth is the phase between flower initiation to fruit development. Both phases of growth are brought about by the sum total of metabolism. Plants are grouped into polycarpic and monocarpic species based on number of reproductive phases in life. Polycarpic has more than one reproductive phase, whereas monocarpic has only one reproductive phase. Vegetative periods separate the reproductive periods and are usually perennials and biennials. The monocarpic species are also called determinate species. Unlike any multicellular plants, unicellular plant growth is not confined to any specific region, but it is overall. Growth and length of plants is caused by apical, intercalary and lateral meristem. Intercalary meristem located in between permanent tissue helps the internodes, leaves, flowers and fruits to grow. Phases of growth. Growth comprises of three phases, namely cell division, cell enlargement and cell maturation. During cell maturation, cells are differentiated into xylem tracheids, sieve tubes, companion cells, mechanical cells, etc. Growth period is divided into three stages, namely initial lag phase, middle lag phase and final steady phase. Growth at all phases is not equal, is slow at initial stage, rapid at middle phase of the growth and gradually declines at the final phase and completely stops at the end. The middle phase is also called exponent phase of growth. The total time taken by the cell or organ to complete all phases is called grand period of growth. Both external and internal factors affect the growth of plants. External factors include light, precipitation and temperature, edaphic and biological factors. Internal factors include genetic factors, that is genes present in DNA synthesize specific enzyme to catalyze various biochemical reactions required for growth, nutritional factors, organic nutrients, carbohydrates, fats, proteins are synthesized in plants, and inorganic nutrients are taken from the soil through roots and organic factors which regulate plant growth and development and coordinate morphogenesis. Temperature as a factor. Growth of higher plants occurs in the range of temperatures from near freezing to 40 degrees centigrade. There is a critical temperature or minimum temperature below which no growth occurs at all. At higher temperatures, growth is stimulated, reaching the maximum at the maximum temperature, and optimum temperature differs from species to species. Both higher and lower temperature is essential for the development of whole plant. This explains how the seasonal shifts in temperature are able to match the seasonal variation in plant development, and normal development is synchronized with the seasonal changes in temperature. Besides seasonal thermoperiodicity, plant growth is influenced by daily shifts in temperature. In all growing stages, during normal course of development, plants are subjected to higher day temperature and lower night temperature. Light as a factor. Light may be considered to comprise a small region of continuous electromagnetic spectrum of radiant energy emitted by sun. The range of visible light region between 380 nanometer to 770 nanometer as physiological activity. Neither infrared nor ultraviolet light is suitable for biological process. In a broad sense, light regulated process may either be non-developmental or developmental. The major non-developmental process is undoubtedly photosynthesis, with chlorophyll as the light harvesting pigment, because it provides energy for plant growth and development, but does not necessarily regulate the pattern of development. Besides photosynthesis, other non-developmental light controlled phenomena include photorespiration, stomatal movements, and photonasty. Among light regulated developmental process, three major types of plant responses can be recognized. When both the light response as well as the developmental response are directional, example is phototropism. Secondly, when the light stimulus is non-directional but periodic, whereas developmental response is also non-directional, example is photoperiodism. Thirdly, when the light stimulus is non-directional but non-periodic, whereas the developmental response is non-directional, example is photomorphogenesis. In fact, almost every phase of plant development is subject to photocontrol independent of photosynthesis. Water as a factor. Life on earth is not possible without water. Practically, all metabolic reactions proceed in the aqueous phase. Most inorganic and organic substances vital to a living system remain dissolved in water. In higher plants, water content is quite high, measuring more than 80% of the living matter. Water molecules act as a reactant in many chemical reactions. The nutrient salts dissolved in soil water are transported from root to the aerial organs. Since a deficiency in water supply is likely to impair the basic physiological process, a suitable water balance is therefore essential in the individual cell and in the entire organism. It is generally observed that the plants living in an aquatic medium